Imagine ending every day with melting away stress, detoxifying your body, recharging your mind without ever leaving your house. That's the magic of a traditional in-home sauna. But is it worth it? What does it really take to build one? Well, today we're diving into the heat, literally, and showing you why traditional saunas might be the smartest investment for your health and your home. As wellness becomes probably one of the biggest buzzwords, homeowners are bringing recovery tools into their spaces, and saunas are at the top of the list. Traditional saunas, unlike infrared, use heated rocks to warm the air, providing a deep whole body sweat session. Key benefits of traditional saunas. Why are people investing in a traditional sauna over the more modern alternatives? Number one is deep detoxification. This is extremely important. The high temperatures of a traditional sauna open up your pores and push out all of the toxins that are within your body. Whereas in a modern sauna or a infrared sauna, you're not gonna get that pore opening effect right away. It's gonna take a little bit longer. So in a traditional sauna, you're gonna have a faster acting scenario. All right, so number two is muscle recovery and joint recovery. So as I get older, I actually do spend more time in the sauna, and that is extremely key. Not that I'm an athlete, but athletes use saunas to help muscle recovery and joint recovery. But as we age, it's definitely something that you want to do for your body. And so as you get older and you notice your joints aching, your muscles taking longer to recover, maybe adding in a sauna once a week could be helpful. Number three is boosting your immune system. Studies show that if you spend more time in the sauna, that you have less sick days. And I know we don't got time for that. So boost that immune system with tip number three. All right, so number four is mental clarity. Sitting inside of a sauna, it actually reduces stress. The quiet that you have inside of your sauna is definitely going to be beneficial. So this really gives you an opportunity, because you really can't bring anything in with you. So it really forces you to relax and have some mental clarity time, which is incredibly key. Number five is better sleep. And who doesn't need better sleep? And we're going to leave it at that. Everybody loves to sleep. This isn't a health and wellness channel. As you guys know, I'm not a fitness coach, and we're a construction channel. So let's move away from the benefits of a sauna into the actual hard costs and direction of building out a sauna in your home. All right, so let's talk logistics. You actually don't need a huge space. You don't need a mansion with the back half of your house being the sauna. You really just need a well-built, well-defined space. And in this house particular, we're standing in the gym casita. I know. Not everybody has the ability to have a gym casita. And that's not what we're talking about here, but really you can see that this space right here is very small, and it really doesn't take a whole lot of room to have this sauna right here. And behind Matt here is the backyard. It's a really beautiful space, but the key is you don't need a really big space. Here's a list of basically the minimums of what you'll need for your in-home sauna. So number one, the minimum space that you need is a 4x4 space that fits one or two people. Number two are the materials. You need cedar or hemlock wood for the walls and the benches. Number three is a power source. This quite possibly is the most important aspect of it, because most traditional saunas require 240 volts. So you have to factor that in. Number four, ventilation. This is crucial for safety and longevity of you and also the sauna. And then number 5 is a water source, which is optional for pouring over the rocks and increasing the humidity within the sauna. If you're going to do this, do it right. Insulate it well and use quality wood. And make sure the heater is a UL certified heater. All right, so let's break it down. What is it gonna cost? If you're doing it DIY, you're looking at about $3,000 to $7,000. And this really depends on what materials you use. Are you gonna use cedar or hemlock? Are you going to insulate it this way? Every element that you add to your build is gonna just tick up that cost. So 3 to 7 if you're DIYing it. And that's if you're building it into your space. If you're hiring a pro, you're looking at spending about $8,000 to $15,000, depending again on the materials used. However, one of the things that we want to play into is how it can increase the value of your home. Because we have so many health conscious buyers in the market, if you add a sauna to your home, that will increase the value of your home to them. So it's almost a perceived value. And if it's there and they don't have to add it in, your home goes to the top of their list. So that's something to think about if you don't plan to stay somewhere for forever. Real quickly, we're gonna kind of do a flyover of traditional versus infrared. Now, in this build, we're doing a traditional sauna. As you can see, we've got the heating element over here with the rocks and got my ladle. This is not a soup can, by the way. This is to pour the water over the rocks. We do have an infrared element going in here on this build, and that's basically for your face. And that's the only infrared element here. Now, as we do this flyover, there are other options for saunas. One, there are portable ones that are kind of tent-like, and you can create a sauna in basically a zippered tent. Now, you could also get a box basically that goes in the corner of your room and is a infrared sauna, which is a great source if you don't have the option to build one into your home. But for this instance, our clients wanted a traditional built-in sauna into their home and into their workout space on the back side of their home. All right, so we're gonna turn it back over to you. Where would you put a sauna in your home? Could you put it in the garage? Could you put it in your bedroom or the primary bathroom? Do you have an extra space, a home office? Where would you put it? Comment below. But also at the same time, comment, do you like saunas? We live in Arizona, and just to kind of give you a little bit of key, yesterday was 112 degrees. An infrared sauna is 120 to 140 degrees, typical. So that's the range. We basically live in a sauna here in the desert. Why do we need one? Do you hate saunas? Do you love saunas? Do you prefer steam rooms? That's another one. I actually love steam rooms because then I can pour eucalyptus over the steam, and that just changes my life. And the gym I go to doesn't have one. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate you. And comment below. I'm curious, and hit that subscribe button because I know you want to. Have a good day.